Goalkeepers save fewer than 1 in 5 penalty kicks. Not because they're slow, not because they guess wrong more often than right. It's because 3 seconds before contact, something happens in the penalty taker's eyes that almost always gives away exactly where the ball is going. Most players don't know they're doing it. Every goalkeeper is trained to look for it, and during this World Cup, in front of 1 billion people, it's going to happen again and again. Here's what actually happens in a penalty kick. The player places the ball, they walk back, they stand still for a moment, then they run up and they kick. From the outside, it looks like one motion, a run, a strike, a result. But there are actually 2 separate events happening. The first is the kick itself, the part everyone watches. The second happens before that, in the run-up, in the stillness right before it. And that second event is the one that decides almost everything. In the 1990s, sports scientists started filming penalty kicks frame by frame. Not to study the strike, to study the eyes. What they found was that most penalty takers, in the seconds before they run up, look at the spot they're about to shoot, not the goalkeeper, the target. This makes sense. To aim accurately, your brain needs to lock onto where the ball is going. But that lock-on has a side effect. It's visible. A trained goalkeeper standing 12 yards away can see exactly where a player's eyes settle in that final moment before the run-up begins. Here's where it gets stranger. Researchers then looked at what happens under pressure. In a calm, low-stakes practice setting, players' gaze behavior was relatively controlled. A quick look at the target, then the run-up. But in high-pressure situations, something changed. Players' eyes started drifting toward the goalkeeper. Not the target, the goalkeeper himself. The more anxious the player, the longer and more frequently their gaze shifted toward the one person they were trying to beat. And here's the part that should sound familiar to anyone who's ever felt nervous in front of a crowd. The brain treats a threat the way it treats anything dangerous. It stares at it. This creates a problem. When a player's gaze drifts toward the goalkeeper under pressure, their shots tend to drift too. Toward the center. Toward exactly where the goalkeeper is standing. This is sometimes called the quiet eye failure. Under calm conditions, elite players keep their gaze locked on the target for a fraction of a second longer than amateurs right before they strike. Under pressure, that quiet eye disappears. The gaze drifts, the shot follows it, and the goalkeeper, who has been trained to read exactly this, doesn't need to guess anymore. So here's what's actually happening during a shootout. It's not really 2 players against each other, it's 1 player against their own nervous system. A confident player, with a calm, controlled gaze, picks a corner early, commits to it, and gives the goalkeeper almost nothing to read. An anxious player's eyes betray them before their foot ever touches the ball. And the goalkeeper isn't reading the ball, he's reading fear. This World Cup, every single penalty kick you watch will follow this exact pattern. Watch the run-up. Watch where the eyes go in that final second of stillness before the player moves. If they're locked on one spot in the goal and they don't look away, that's a player whose nervous system is working for them. If their eyes flick toward the goalkeeper, even for a fraction of a second, that's the tell. The goalkeeper has likely already seen it, and the outcome may already be decided. Not by skill, not by power, by something that happens in under half a second, completely outside the player's awareness, broadcast live to 1 billion people, every single time.